Feedback. Feedback.
Hi, this is Theo Broughton.
And I am Thabiti Mpinga.
Inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback,
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
And take us along with you.
Feedback, feedback, feedback.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
And we are hot. Today is the 1st of July. The 1st of July. It's nice and hot outside. Good time to sit on the porch, sit by the pool. Enjoy your family, enjoy yourself, read a little bit. You're tuned into Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research. My name is Theo Broughton, co-founder of Hood Research, and I thank you so much for tuning in. Our website is hoodresearch.org. Our phone number is area code 248-234-2371. I want to thank those of you who helped to sponsor this program. And for those of you who are considering, know that you need to make your check or money order out to Hood Research. But if you prefer, you can make it out to Watkins Broadcasting Company. We have no objection to that. We just ask that you mail it to Hood Research, P.O. Box 4416, Detroit 48204. And the reason is so that we can make sure it gets credited to the Hood Research program. We come on now each Monday from 9 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. 9 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. An hour and a half. And we are really happy about having additional time to be with you. We have an exciting guest that's going to be with us at 9:30 this morning. And we have a very exciting young guest that's going to be with us now. But I want to say good morning. Good morning to Jay way on the east side and Les way on the west side. I want to say good morning to Rosa and to Barbara, get well soon, to Ron, and to Tom and to Vera. And there are just so many of you, Elizabeth, Keith, Tawana, and Gladys. And Thabiti, who would you want to give a shout out to this morning?
Say good morning to all, and thank you for joining us. A shout out to Cheryl D., to Jackie Bowman, to Sheila Ragland, to both the Brother Freds, to Brother Shane. I know it's been a minute since I've seen you, brother, but we will hook up. Also, want to say that if you have family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, relatives, have them tune in, and also have them have pen and paper handy for valuable information you may want to record. And I guarantee you, you want to write something down. And we look forward to your participation. Perhaps our engineer, if possible, can put the call-in numbers at the bottom of the screen.
Mm-hmm. The opportunity for us this morning is exciting. We have first with us a young lady who is having her debut, I guess we would say, right? Her debut right here at WHPR. And her name is Kimberly Grayson. Is that correct?
Get close to the microphone.
Kimberly Grayson. And I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. Mm-hmm. Do I turn it down?
Okay, let me just
Okay.
make this small adjustment here. Okay, this is
Okay.
on air live, folks.
Right. Miss Kimberly, you have such a beautiful name. And tell us what you would like us to know about Miss Kimberly Grayson.
Like I would like to everyone to know that like what I do for a living and what I do half of the time.
Oh, okay. I want to know what you do for a living. Yeah, no, another time. Tell us.
Sometimes I do beats
Oh,
and I also do sometimes I would run track but not all the time.
is it too hot to run track now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. So you have to have a lot of water, rest, and all of that. But you do beading, so you make jewelry.
No. I made like beats, like music and
Oh, beads. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you said BEADS, and you said BEAT, spell beats. BEAT.
Beats.
All right. That's good.
and
Speaking to the microphone loud.
and I also do well, like I said, I do music, but I would love to do go to the studio one day.
Oh, yeah. That
Well-
would be fun. Do you think you might put your beats on a CD and present them? Somebody may want to buy them because there are young people who create beats and sell them. Did you know about that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you can do the same thing.
Now, what
Yeah.
grade are you in?
Well, I'm about to be in 6th grade.
Oh, in September?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Not really.
Why not?
Because it's like a lot of stuff you have to do, and you have to switch classes, and you only get like 3 minutes to get to each class.
3 minutes. Oh, my goodness. That's not very much time at all.
There'll be no loitering in the hallway, that's for sure. Do you have a favorite subject?
Yes.
What is it?
It's ELA and math.
Now, tell everyone what ELA means.
ELA means English Language Arts.
Oh, English language arts. And math is your favorite subject?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Now, when you were in the 5th grade, which you just completed, what kind of math did you learn?
We did multiplication,
Mm-hmm.
subtraction again, and adding and division, and a little bit of algebra.
Oh, in the 5th grade. Okay. Now, how far did you go with the multiplication tables in the 5th grade?
Very good because it is I got stuck on my 12s.
Oh, okay. So they go all the way to 12. Okay. Mm-hmm.
My good old days of math when they had the chart, I don't think they use them nowadays. I've looked at some of the books that they have for instruction, and I'm like, wow, I might not have made it in school had I used those books. I don't know why they changed because the numbers don't change, so why you change the
Right.
strategy.
Yes.
But that's it.
Wow.
So now, do
Cut
you
down the
look
competition.
forward to doing something with your beats in the future, or do you have other things you're interested in, like science or nursing or flying an airplane or anything? Or what do you, when you get to be an adult, do you have any idea what you may want to do?
Yes, I would like to be like a producer and be a track star.
Oh, okay. And I think that's possible. Nothing wrong with wanting to do more than one, go into more than one area at a time. Nothing wrong with that at all.
There are a lot of athletes who are who may go on to get their degrees and become teachers. So you can always do more than one thing. As a matter of fact, this is for all students out there. There's so many different things you can do. Don't limit yourself to one. You can be a master of one, but be someone who's aware of many things. That makes you more resourceful. And I'm just going to use that as a quick segue now, because I also intend to have Miss Kimberly Grayson enrolled in the kids' college program that they have at Wayne Community College.
Oh, yes. Wayne County Community College has come up with a wonderful program for our young people to take advantage of.
And if you want more information, and I will give you a few of the classes also, but for more information about Kids College Camp, which will start next week, so this is a time to really get yourselves together, go to one of your local campuses. They have the summer schedule out now, which you see in my hand, and you'll be able to look at it, and you can take classes from the 1st grade to the 12th grade. So anyone who needs supplemental help, this would be valuable to them. Also, if you just want to give your child a chance to learn things like karate and ballet and other just aerobic type of activities, this is also good for them as well because it expands their horizons. Now, for more information about Kids College Camp, you can call the School of Continuing Education office. Their number is area code 313-496-2704. Again, the number is area code 313-496-2704. Miss Melody Bunkley is the district director, so take advantage of that. And I'd like to ask you, Kimberly, now we were talking about a class for you in financial literacy, so tell us what you did in school this past 5th grade when you were working at I guess your school had like a bank or something. Tell us what that was about.
So we had a community financial bank where we'll go to the front office, well, somewhere in the front office called the parent room, and we would say, we'll have these little shirts on, and we'll give, students will come to the office and deposit their money. So I was just one of the people who would put up posters on the around the school so kids can come down to the parent room.
Oh, encourage them to participate.
Yes.
Wow.
And they'll pay actual money and deposit their money. And like every year we'll do, every year of 5th grade we will do something like have a pizza party every month, sort of every month, and then, like after we get done, we'll get pencils or 50 cents, and we'll also do like. So this is what I used to say. I mean, this is what someone I know used to say. Like when they came to the classroom to get everyone, they would say, "Do you have anyone who wants to deposit money?" And so people will raise their hand. They'll go down to the office and they'll deposit their money. And I'll be there putting up posters. And that's really what we all did there.
Oh, wow. Well, to learn the beginnings of financing is a wonderful idea. And that's good you had a chance to participate in the beginnings of finance. That helps you to understand what banking is about and makes you interested. What?
And as a footnote, I would like to add that one of the classes that they have at the Kids College Camp at Wayne Community College is a financial literacy class.
Oh.
And I emphasize that this is a class that I intend for Kimberly to be a part of. But one of the things I want to emphasize to adults, grandparents, uncles, aunts, etc., all guardians with young children is give them a chance when you're at one of the fast food places. I don't recommend them, but I mean, they go there anyway, Happy Meals, etc., and give them just the amount of money or just a little bit more than the meal costs. Have them order their own meal and have them pay for their own meal and help them understand being involved in financial transactions, because at some point in their life they're going to have to do it. The earlier you start them out on that road, the easier it is for them as they mature, because certainly we know there's a lot of adults who have trouble with financial interactions, and if they had gotten those skills earlier, then they would have been a little bit more proficient, certainly by the time they became adults. So take advantage of these things, but expose your children to adult things, adult business transactions, because at some point they're going to be an adult, and you don't want to have to be the wall that they lean on. You want them to be able to stand on their own.
Right. You know, it makes me think about young people who may inherit the home from, parent, grandparents, or whomever, and it's paid for, and say the taxes on the property, say $1,200 a year, just as an example. That's $100 a month for rent. They can't beat that anywhere, So if they understand the importance of needing some place to stay and not being homeless, and finding out about the tax requirements for the property that they have just inherited, then they can do themselves a favor. Some young people are not aware of that, as you were saying. They need to start early on learning about the financial needs. So now, I wanted to ask you another question. Let's see. You looking forward to driving?
Sorta.
Sort of. Okay.
Yeah.
Why sort of?
Because there's a lot of reckless drivers sometimes.
True.
And like when I turn 16, which will be in 6 years, when I get my license, I'll have to get I don't want to get like an all fancy car, because since I just said there's reckless drivers, then sometimes then I don't want to work a new car.
So if they want to put a ding in your car, you want it to be an old car, huh? I do have a friend of mine who said that, and she drives Jeeps. They don't call them used cars anymore. They call them what, pre-owned, I think.
Yes.
They're pre-owned. She said she buys a pre-owned Jeeps because of what you have expressed, that there are so many reckless drivers out here that the Jeep that she drives, she said, is sturdy. And she said, and it's paid for. So if somebody is driving reckless and it's her car, she's mad, but not as if she had a new one, as you were sharing. It's the same expression she gave me.
You can't feel as bad about a used car getting hit as much as you do about a new one,
Right.
because then you want to fight, road rage, and all that.
Right.
Now, is there a car that you like that you've seen?
Yes.
Oh.
It's one of I forgot what it was called. But it's like it's mixed with the I think it's mixed with a Buick, and it's also mixed with the new Cadillac that I just found out.
Oh.
Well, it's definitely General Motors.
Oh, I remember. It's called a Telluride, I think.
Oh, yeah,
What?
it's a
I know that.
Telluride.
And it's a very nice car.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like a SUV. It's kind of big, so you kind of want to get out of the person's way if they barreling down on you. It's no joke.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Just came out too this year.
Oh, what's your favorite color for your car?
Red.
Oh, okay. And they will see you coming.
Oh yeah, they'll see you coming and they will get out the way if you're moving kind of fast.
And now is that your favorite color, red, or just for a car?
Just for a car.
Okay, well, what's your favorite color otherwise?
Purple, pink, yellow, and blue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and turquoise.
Turquoise. Oh, yeah. That's pretty, too.
Another thing that she's going to participate in, and again, I always encourage guardians, parents, uncles, aunts to get them involved, is the swimming class. We have this thing in our community anyway, I don't know if it's a stereotype or a reality, that African Americans don't like getting in water and swimming. But one of the things is that it's an excellent exercise. It doesn't tax the body like running, where you're pounding your feet on the pavement or grass or track, whatever you're running on. Mm-hmm. So that's another thing to try to involve your children in. We've gone to the beach at Belle Isle and had some attempts at swimming, we'll put it that way, but without an instructor, you really just kind of fending for yourself, but still splashing in the water is always a joy for any child.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I think for our community, the issue is the hair. Men had jerry curls at one time. Ladies get their hair permed, and the chemicals that are in the water are not compatible. So I think that was one of the biggest issues. So recently, since so many have gone to a natural, they have embraced the desire to want to swim more now than in the past.
And one thing about that, too, I'll just add, this is a footnote, that we have this issue in our community about health, weight, and such. And one thing about swimming is it helps you lose weight proportionally over your whole body, similar to what walking does, which is also another great exercise, which along with walking being exercise, it helps you to clear your thoughts as well. Sometimes we have a lot of stress in our community, and we have to look for outlets, and we don't want smoking cigarettes, drinking, or food, because there's a lot of things that we can create or become a vice in our community. So if you get out and walk, something about the fresh air, the sunshine, the breeze, you can hear birds every now and then, maybe smell some flowers. If that don't perk you up, then we're going to have to get some medical attention.
Right. We have really enjoyed having you here, and we want you to come back again. What do you think about that?
Okay.
Now, as you go to college, Wayne County Community College, starting next week, then would you be willing to come back and give us a overview, a report on how much you enjoyed yourself at college?
Sure.
Okay. We have Miss Kimberly Grayson, who has been with us this morning, sharing some of her ideas and her thoughts
We have a
and
caller.
dreams. Uh-oh. Let's see who
where
that
this
is.
is going.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, caller. You're on the air. Would you share your name and how you're viewing us, please?
Happy Monday, Fly So Fly Gold.
Hey, happy Monday to you.
All right, and who is this beautiful young lady? She says she's got the beat.
Yes, Kimberly Grayson is with us this morning. And she's about to go to college next week for the youth, what are they calling it?
Kids College Camp.
Kids College Camp, starting next week at Wayne County Community College.
And I bet she's excited.
Yes, I am very excited.
Wonderful. Get that knowledge, young lady, and help your friends and family, too, because we all need to know what to do.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Wonderful. Great show. And I agree with you, little lady. There are some reckless drivers out here. They are texting, drinking, and whatever other things that they do. So, yes, you got to be very cautious, and you got to watch yourself as well as everybody else when you start driving, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I'll continue to listen. Okay. Great show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we are at the bottom of the hour, Ms. Kimberly, and we are going to break as we bring our next guest on. So stay tuned. And you're right here, Feedback, a positive image production by Hood Research, and we will be back momentarily.
Feedback.
Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinda,
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for Feedback.
a positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you.
Feedback.
And we are back right here at WHPR 160 Victor Street. Live and in living color. And Feedback you're tuned into is a positive image production by Hood Research. The guest that we have with us now is very positive, very exciting, and we want you to tell others to tune in as well right here at WHPR. We have Mr. James Ford with us. thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you very much for letting me be here.
And he's going to talk about Obama Day. But first, Mr. James Ford, tell us, who is James Ford?
James Ford is a product of Central High School in Detroit, Michigan. I've been in Detroit for 68 years, and I'm not going to tell you where I was before that, basically because that'll tell my age. But I've been around for a while, and I've graduated from Wayne State University. I coached baseball at Henry Ford High School for 10 years. I taught in Detroit Public Schools for 30 years, and I was a professional baseball scout, simultaneously doing that. At the same time, I worked for 4 different major league teams, and enjoyed that. So I wore 1 or 2 different hats, and I sent over 80 kids to college during my coaching career, and I had 2 that made the big leagues, and 5 got signed to major league contracts.
Wow. Would we know who they are?
Well, Scott Kamenecki pitched for the Yankees for 5 years.
Wow.
And he's now retired. Ken Howell, who pitched at Redford High School for me, they both went to Redford High School, and I had them on the same team. Ken Howell just passed last year, and he played for the Los Angeles Dodgers. And he did a lot of things to just help me and get other kids going, got trials for me while he was with the Dodgers. And I really appreciated that, but he's gone now.
Wow.
And what a person, Ken Howell, Redford High School.
Wow. That's Howell?
Ken Howell, H-O-W-E-L-L, yes.
Ken Howell, okay.
Well, you know, I know we're talking about Obama Day, but just the background you've given us, this is a million other questions I could ask. And I know it was something that you wanted to say. You spoke to me off air about that you wanted to
I just want to say one thing, and I'm addressing this to the millennials, and I would tell everybody it's more important than Obama Day. I would like the millennials to get out and vote. Because I tell you right now, from the news reports and stuff, Mitch McConnell, who is a right-hand man of the person that's in the White House, is talking about cutting Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare. And I just want to tell every millennial out there, your grandmama, your mama, your grandfather, and all the older people that need medical care, that's in the nursing home, that's in the hospitals, they walkers, wheelchairs, and whatever else. They need your vote. So millennials, get out and vote. Talking about your vote don't count don't mean nothing, because if your vote don't count, then why don't they want you to vote?
Right. They spend so much time and effort to suppress the vote. So there is definitely a reason why they don't want people to vote.
And let me just emphasize, too, that when you say your vote doesn't count, well, if you don't vote, then they can't count what you don't do. So therefore, and it adds too, it's like if you add more sticks, then you get a bundle, but if you don't, then you just have 1 stick. So a vote is something that when you add that, let's say even within your peer group. Now, we have peer pressure and a lot of things with our youth, the millennials, in terms of, and I've talked with some recently too, trying to get an understanding of why, but some feel like they have to dress a certain way. Certainly some of the young men have their pants sagging. It's all the peer pressure. Well, pressure your peers to vote. That's what I'm suggesting. Pressure your peers to vote. Matter of fact, be a role model for them and take them with you, because once you become 18, as our earlier guest spoke about, Kimberly Grayson, about wanting to drive, there's certain things you look forward to which announce your adulthood or coming into adulthood. Voting is a very important part of it. What if they decide that you can't drive until you're 21, but if you voted when you were 18 to say we're not going to have that, then of course you could drive when you're 18. Get out and vote. Mr. Ford has made an excellent point, and I hope that you take it seriously.
And you know, the legislators are the ones coming up with all of the new laws. Most of them are not as beneficial as they could be. But if they were to come up with a law saying that you can't drive until you're 21 or 25, I bet they'd get up off their rusty dusties and go vote real fast.
Maybe we ought to put it on the ballot, right?
Yeah, right. That'll make them come out. Yeah. Just like a couple of these other issues that came out. All right, go ahead.
Now, I was going to ask, and then we'll get to our primary topic. You say you were a graduate of Wayne State. What was your degree in?
My degree was in health and physical education and recreation, and that's basically what it was. That enabled me to be a teacher in the high school and a coach in the high school and help a lot of other kids. Plus, I played baseball down at Wayne State University.
You know, one of the beautiful things about sports, sir, and I really appreciate you having participated in that role, is that it teaches young people how to work together as a group or as a team, because so much of this society is based on individualism. So you don't have the idea, I'm an NBA fan myself, but it shows that there's a team effort, so everybody has to participate and contribute a lot. And then there's a lot of, I'm sure, adult maturity advice that comes along with it. It's almost like they're your children in a way. You're a parent as well as a teacher.
Right. I agree.
Okay.
Okay, now perhaps we can get into our primary topic and let everyone know also that the call-in numbers are at the bottom of the screen. But we want to speak about Obama Day. So give us an introduction to this thought, an idea.
Obama Day is a day of optimism. It's a day that all races get together and just enjoy. This is a day we put politics aside, because President Obama could do that. He could get along with Republicans, he could get along with Democrats. He had to keep to his issues and so on and so forth. But he was a kind of guy that could handle different things and knew how to talk. And he always said, you got to learn to make tough decisions, and that's what I liked about him, and that's why we celebrating Obama Day. He's a very, very intelligent man, and Obama Day is not black, it's not white, it's not Republican, it's not Democrat, it's not rich or poor. It's a day of optimism that we can just get together and have a great time.
Now, do you have a certain date in mind? And one thing I do like about when you say optimism, his name starts with O, and optimism starts with O. but do you have a day in mind that...
August 4th every year is Obama Day. August 4th every year is Michelle and Barack Obama Day all over the United States, and there are people all over the United States that's going to be celebrating. It's catching some fires in different places, such as Lakeland, Florida, where I am in the wintertime. It's catching fire in out in Las Vegas. Chicago did a thing. I had to speak in Chicago on Friday night last year, then get to Detroit and do something down at Burt's Warehouse. So Obama Day is going to be celebrated. It's not anything you can just say it's not going to happen. Now it's going to go down.
You say that as if it has been occurring already. Is that true?
For the last 3 years, the fires have been catching on.
Oh, okay. So what, 2016, 17, 18?
Well, I started Obama Day in 2016.
Okay. Where?
Well, right here in Detroit.
Oh, in Detroit.
Matter of fact, what happened was President Obama was doing his last, saying goodbye, and I couldn't stand to watch it. And I just said, what if I just need one more day of Obama? So I thought about Obama Day, and I called a lady that's deceased now, Jan McDonald, went to Central High School, and she said, James, that's the greatest idea I ever heard of. And so I just said, I stuck with it. So I think that Obama Day is going to happen. And I know it's going to happen because we're going to make it happen.
Oh, okay. Why August the 4th?
August 4th is President Obama's birthday.
There's no better day than that.
But I got a surprise for you.
Uh-oh. What's the surprise?
The surprise is next year, we are not going to celebrate so much August 4th, the first weekend in August.
Okay.
And we're going to announce it at the big festival we're going to have at Burt's Warehouse on Obama Day, which is Sunday. Is the first weekend in August is going to be Obama Day weekend. So that we can plan on catching planes, we can catch buses, cars, get to our relatives. It's going to happen.
So that would end up being a good, or Detroit would end up being a good place for a family reunion.
Well,
next year. That would be 2020.
Detroit is the birthplace of Obama Day. So we can put that on a big sign.
Right.
Put it somewhere.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. That's a great idea.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I like about it also is that when I think about it, you know, we want to keep what we consider our stellar people. We want to keep their names out there, and we want to keep them in a positive light as well. And now, as you said, this is not a racial thing because it's open for everyone. And it's the optimism that he brought and the intelligence, the charisma, definitely the professionalism and the intelligence that he brought, which are certainly admirable traits to emulate if you're going to be someone at all. I mean, we don't have any scandal. This is one of the beautiful things about it, too. To the best of my knowledge, and I'm sure it would be out there if we knew about it, there has been nothing scandalous ever associated with his name.
President, just to say that, President Obama was the first president, I think they said in the last presidential eras, that had no scandals. In the last 9 presidencies, no scandals at all. So you can take that for what it's worth. He was pretty dynamic.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, we have a day for Dr. Martin Luther King, and I'm sure that if someone asked for a day for President Barack Obama, there would be so much backlash, you know, because of the attitudes of the type of administration that we have now, that I'm very glad that you have started Obama Day. Well, we don't need to have Congress right now stirring up trouble, or the president stirring up trouble, or the Senate stirring up trouble. But we can do this ourselves. You know, that's...
Pastor Broden, let me tell you something. Obama Day is going to happen, and this is going to be very revolutionary. We, as black people, we're going to invite all other races to come join us, because that's what we're about. Everybody loves black people, you know, and so they can come join us, but we're not going through Congress. We're doing what we do. We're going to be our own Congress. We can cook ribs. We can cook potato salad. We bake that chicken, and that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have all other races come in and join us. And I want to show you, I got 2 things that I want to show you that's going to really just amaze a lot of people. And I want to show them. This flyer was designed by a Republican. It was designed by a Republican. I went into his office, and I told him what I wanted to do, and I was a little, you know, didn't know, and he said, okay, and he took it from me, and he started working, and he stayed away for a while. And I said, wait a minute, man, I don't have enough money to pay you for all this time. So he kept working. He was ignoring me. I thought he was like that tearing the fly up. And then so I was kind of like a little antsy. Then he came back and he handed it to me and he said, here it is. I said, well, I don't have enough money to pay for it. He said, look, how much we got in your pocket? I said, not much. He said, don't worry about it. He said, bye. And he said, it's like this. I'm a Republican. I can't vote for President Obama, but he was a good man. Take that flyer and run. And he said, I might even celebrate Obama Day.
Oh, look out, world.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful flower.
So you were converting the Republican.
It's a true story. And
go ahead.
There's one other thing that happened, and I'm going to tell you, black people want to join you. People watching you make a major move. Let me tell you, I was down in Miami talking about Obama Day, and 2 Mexican guys, a Hispanic gentleman came over to me and said, hey, bro, I like what you're doing. I said, oh, okay, cool, you know, and I was all that, and they said, and I was getting ready to walk away. They said, but you know what? Y'all not treating him right. And I said, what you mean? They said, well, first of all, y'all not loving him the way you're supposed to. And I said, what you mean? Because I can get a little funny too, you know. And they said, let us get a Hispanic president. We're going to show y'all how y'all should have treated him. And he told me, he said, we're going to show you whether you're right, you're wrong, whatever, we're going to stick by it. And so that's what I'm talking about Obama Day. We got to celebrate Obama Day because kids emulate. And I want this all over the United States. Kids emulate who you celebrate.
You know, I love that because when I think about the 20-plus candidates that are running, and Julian Castro happens to be one of them, and I know that people are very attached to the legacy or their culture. And in celebrating Obama Day, one of the things I see is that it's not like, again, as I indicated earlier, it's not as if there was something that would make us ashamed to do it. And one thing I just want to add to it too, you know, the genesis of anything starts in one place and then it spreads. And I use what is our Kwanzaa as an example, because back in the 60s when Maulana Karenga started Kwanzaa, it was just local to the California, maybe Bay Area. But since that time, it continues to grow and grow. I see Obama Day in the same way, too. It has to have a genesis somewhere, and then from that point on, other people say, well, let us celebrate as well, because we don't know if we're ever going to see another one, at least in our lifetimes, let's say, and we couldn't ask for a better role model to put forth. And, you know, what's amazing to me, brother, really, is when you said a Republican, and this is a beautiful flyer, by the way. Let me tell everyone, because you can't really see it from the camera, but there's two pictures of President Obama and Michelle together, and then there's an individual picture of each of them. And I have to say that it's a beautiful flyer. He went all the way when he did this.
Well, that flyer is going to appear in Impact magazine that's going to be circulated in Atlanta and Detroit. A young lady named Susan Jones owns that magazine company, and it's going to be there.
Now, this is not the only one. This is ours, right? Because we want to put it on our website.
You can do whatever you want.
Well, thank you.
I got plenty of it.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to clarify that, because we would like to help to promote the event. Now,
Yes.
on August the 4th,
Yes.
what day is August the 4th?
August 4th is on a Sunday this year.
All right, a
And
Sunday.
Sunday, yes. And we're
Okay.
going to celebrate down at Burt's Warehouse from 12 to 10. And it's going to be music, dance, festival style, open mic, yourself. You and other city dignitaries can stop by yourself. I'd like for you to come by, sir. Anybody that has any positive thing to say, it's an open mic. And you can say it's going to be other people down there, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Haitians, Arabs, anybody. All ethnicities are going to be down at Burt's Warehouse. And
Now,
it's
this is Sunday,
August 4th.
August the 4th,
Obama Day.
Obama Day.
Michelle and Barack Obama Day.
At Burt's Warehouse.
Yes.
Which is
At Eastern
on
Market.
Russell Street in
Yes.
Eastern Market. Okay.
Yes.
It's going to start at 12 noon
12 noon
until 10 p.m.
to 10 p.m.
Okay, now, I want to talk about the open mic. You want people to come and speak positive on President Barack Obama and Michelle. What do you want on the open mic?
When I say open microphone,
Yeah.
we're going to circulate the microphone and let people, probably a minute and a half, probably at the most, because people going to want to say something. Just share your
Right.
sentiments. And I'll be very honest with you. I'm not a hidden person. I'm straightforward. The dignitaries going to get just a little longer because that's who they are, and that's who they are. And a lot of those people are prepared to say things, and I'm going to give it to them. And then another reason we can't really have it in a structural style is because of the parking. Some people might want to park and say something real quick, and they have to leave. And that's Sunday. People got things to do, family and all that. So we're going to allow for people to matriculate in and out of there. It's just going to be a ball. That's
Okay.
all.
Now, will there be a cost for this?
No, there's no cost for this. Just stop by and all that. And I think I'm inviting the millennials down because we're going to have a old school, new school Soul Train contest. We want to see. I think the old school would beat them in a Soul Train contest because you young millennials, y'all, you can't dance. I mean, we're gonna have a bop contest, a calypso, and all the rest.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's a family affair.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I'm going to send a quick shout out to Sly Soul, our resident poet, because this will be an opportunity, open mic, for you to have a wonderful poem dedicated to Barack and Michelle Obama. And I'm going to try to see if I can put my pen to paper as well and put together a good minute and a half lyrical tribute to them as well. So all you poets and people who just have love for our president. And one of the things you said, Mr. Ford, earlier, and I agree totally, is that he was loved by all races. Now, if, like you say, the Republicans say, I can't vote for him, but he was a good man. So even he had to acknowledge that even though he's committed to his party, which is an insane thing anyway, but that's another story. But the fact that he could be dedicated up to his party, but because if you were that staunch, he wouldn't have even done that. So he has to acknowledge the goodness of the man, the first lady, the first family, how they conducted themselves. The children had no incidents or anything. Nothing you can say to tarnish the image of the Obamas.
Well, it's one thing that happened. John McCain made it everybody aware. Who was the keynote speaker at his homegoing ceremony?
Yeah.
So
yes,
that told the deal.
Yeah. And who didn't he not want to be there?
Well,
yeah. Just as
I'm not going to even get into that.
Yeah.
But he made it aware. There's one thing I do want to say, and real quickly, if we don't celebrate Obama Day, it's going to be a tragedy and a travesty to our people, because we talked about Joe Louis, and here come Muhammad Ali. We talked about Jackie Robinson, and here come Willie Mays. We talked about Mahalia, and look out, here come Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston. So it is imperative that we talk about Barack Obama, because kids emulate who you celebrate, and the next Barack Obama could be walking right through your neighborhood and you don't know it. So we got to lift up and use him as role model, because if we don't, the media is going to give us a role model. The media is going to give you a role model, and the role model that the media give you might be undesirable. And if it wasn't for me getting sued, I would tell you who some are that we don't want, but that's not me.
Right.
I don't just flap my lips, but there's certain role models we don't want out there.
Well, some of the rappers are definitely not the role models we want for our youth.
Well, I'm all over the nation. I can't say nothing. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave that.
Did you get sued because of Obama Day?
Well, no, I don't want to use any names in a negative light. You know, I'm
Right.
saying I can't do that. So I'm just saying we're gonna celebrate Obama Day. Let's choose him as our role model before the media gives us somebody that we don't want. And the person that we might not want, I can't mention their names, or the people that we don't want. I can't say that. But
Right.
we want to pick our own role model.
Well, yeah,
I understand
in our
that.
community, we've had that all along the way. They would decide who would lead our causes, and then we follow the leader, but it wasn't someone who led with a genuine interest in the people. And another thing you said, Mr. Ford, also that I really liked is that you had mentioned Mitch McConnell earlier, but, you know, like as you had mentioned that we don't look for, just like with Kwanzaa, you don't look for any legislation to make it an official day. This is a day that we select, sort of like Juneteenth. You know, we don't wait for someone to tell us when it's appropriate to celebrate something. We celebrate ourselves, and then we let everyone else jump on the bandwagon. So I really appreciated that thought, because some people try to go through legislative processes, and as we know with the, Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, how many states resisted. I believe Arizona may have been the last one, but when you have to go through the channels of your oppressor or one who does not have your best interest at heart, then you know you're going to meet a lot of resistance. So I like, again, the fact that you said we're not waiting for someone to make it. We're going to make it plain and then let them get on the bandwagon.
Well, I put it like this. We're going to celebrate this now. We're not going through Congress. We're going to do it while he's alive and young and can appreciate it. We're young. The young people are young. We can point to him and say, that's him over there, and he might even want to speak to him sometimes or whatever.
Might even want to come to Detroit.
It's going to go down. It's all over the U.S. This is one of the most, it's going to be organized. We're not going to act any kind of way that's not going to be constructed that day, and we're going to have a great time as a people. We're just going to take us Obama Day, and it's Obama Day. We celebrate St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, Cinco de Mayo. We celebrate everything. So we're going to have our day and let people come and join with us. And who knows, it might become a pretty commercial day pretty soon, where we can make some money in the neighborhoods off of it, because we sell our own goods and do what we do.
Well, you know, I think back to the time when Hood Research did some analyzing and evaluating photographs of 12th Street. I still call it 12th Street and will continue to call it 12th Street until it is representative of Rosa Parks.
Yes.
We went from the river to McNichols, which is 6 miles. And not only were street lights out, street poles were broken. Buildings were not boarded up, not in use, no businesses, etc. And it was very disappointing because the street had been named after Rosa Parks. She lived here, I read someplace, about 30 years prior to her death. And a street was named after her and looks like crap. You got Martin Luther King Boulevard, which seems to be kept up nice and neat and all that. He never even lived here. And I took the report that we did, photographs we did, to the Detroit City Council, presented it. I had a copy for every one of the council members and the clerk for the records. And I asked them to clean up the street, fix up the street, make sure the buildings got boarded up, repair the street lights, so that she, Rosa Parks, could be driven down 12th Street while she was still alive, knowing that this street was named after her. Today, the street still looks like crap. She died.
Right.
They could not have, or would not have, the hearse pulled down a street named after her because it was in deplorable condition.
Right.
We were sad about that, but I'm glad that you have established that the birthday of President Barack Obama is going to be set aside by the communities nationwide, even though it was birthed in Detroit, nationwide. We are joining you in encouraging people to call your family members nationwide. Many people have relatives in other states, and ask them to set aside August the 4th to celebrate Barack Obama Day. I think that's a fantastic idea. And in view of how Rosa Parks was mistreated, in my opinion, I don't want to see this one done like that.
I want to say one other thing about Obama Day.
Sure.
If you notice, the White House now is trying to destroy the name of Barack Obama.
Yes.
And if they can do that, they're going to destroy millions of black minds. Millions and millions that want to look up. It's a plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's a plan.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to dismantle that plan. That's why August 4th is Obama Day forever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Michelle and Barack Obama Day, because I'll say this, she kept a smile on that brother's face for 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
And she did it, and we appreciate it wherever you are, Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is us, we are not going to let that man's legacy go down because certain people did not like him. We're going to hold it up because it's very important.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
I wanted to ask you as well, since social media is such a powerful medium right now, do you have anyone who's working with you can make sure that it gets on these various platforms?
That's a great question. I'll be very honest with you. It's a grassroots movement for myself. I get people that they want to help, but I just be very honest with you, and I'm just straightforward. A lot of people aren't sure. They aren't sure that they can make this move. They can make it happen. Only we can keep us from having Obama Day.
Right.
Only we are the only people that's standing between us and Obama Day. It's us. We got to open up our minds and say we can do it. It's right here before you right now. You can put your hands on it. It's only, 30 days away or something, 31 days away. You can have Obama Day. You don't have to get validation from the nation. We're not going to have the money to put it all over TV. We're not going to have money to do. You got to make some phone calls. You got to beat the drums like the old Africans used to do. We're going to beat those drums, send those messages. You got telephones, you got text messages, email.
Right.
We're going to make it go down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the reason I brought that up earlier, Theo had mentioned that about having that flyer. I want also because as she can put it on the Hood Research Facebook page, I can also have it on my Facebook. We just got an indication from our engineer. We're going to take the top of an hour break, station ID, and we shall return after that.
Feedback.
Hi, this is Theo Broughton,
And I am Thabiti Mpinga.
inviting you to join us each Monday at 9 a.m. for feedback.
A positive image production by Hood Research.
Encourage others to tune in each Monday on
Comcast Detroit, Roku, Amazon Fire TV. Watch WHPR TV Network anywhere.
and take us along with you.
Feedback.